Hey, you guys did a great job. I love the way you played today. You guys had safe travels home.
Is it the... This is the tightest, actually, sadly. Caterpillar mustache. Like Magnum PI? Okay, got it.
All right, get on your feet as we welcome our seniors to the field for our SSC3.
The sun has descended upon the county of Los Angeles here in Inglewood, California, and the bright lights have officially turned on in SoFi Stadium for the final game of this two-day slate here of offense-defense football. And today we will have the SSC3 taking on SSC2. SSC3 in the yellow jerseys, SSC2 in the blue. They will have the ball first. The first play of the game is a run. It does not get much. So far today, the games have proven both to be instant classics and unexpected turns. So expect nothing less than this one, as that pass is incomplete. Ethan Greenwood at the quarterback position to start out for SSC2. It'll be a 3rd and 12 after the incomplete pass. Noah Bartley in the backfield. Pass is incomplete once again, going to bring up a 4th down. And it looks like SSC2 is going to stay out on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th and long. No, they're going to end up deciding on kicking. They were thinking about it, had the offense out there. And the way today the kicking will work is instead of having an actual punter, we will, on 4th downs, if a team decides they want to punt the ball away, they will advance the ball from the spot of the marker of the 4th down, and that's where the opponent will take over. So in this case, SSC3 will take over around the 42-yard line to begin their first drive. Now Matthew Gannett and the crew. See if they can get on the board first. A handoff. Not much happening there. A lot of talent on both these sides. Traylon Oliver, running back. Another one to look for this game. Could have some real highlight moments, but Gannett's going to take it himself. Gannett is originally from Ontario, Canada. He just moved to Clearwater, Florida to compete for his last year of high school. Once again, he's going to take it. He's going to try to push forward. He's very close, and he is going to get the first down. So good run by the Canadian-bred quarterback. Handoff. Trying to work back up the middle. Christopher Madden. Not much happening there. Madden only gets 1 yard. It'll be a 2nd and 9. There's the handoff. Once again, they're going to be a lot of running with these two teams as they both have very talented running backs. Multiple running backs. You saw right there Traylon Oliver getting the carry. However, both lines, the defense and offensive lines for each team, are very, very big, very talented. So yards are going to be hard to come by. You'll have to earn every one of them. Here's Madden on the right side with the catch. Gets about 5 on the play. It'll be 4th and 4. Passes too wide to the right for Jonas Bachlian. And that will be a turnover on downs. And now SSC2 will get the ball back. Greenwood is still in at quarterback. Rolling out to the left, looking down the field. Is he going to get rid of it? He does. Pass is too low, though. It's incomplete. Ball is now set in the middle of the hashes. Evian Magram in the back. Markham going to run this ball. Only a few, if that. Gets just past the 40. Pass on the right side. High pressure. Forces Greenwood to have an inaccurate pass there. Goes out of bounds. Was intended for Isaiah Jones. And now, sitting at the 42-yard line, SSC2 faces a 4th and 8. And this time it looks like they will go ahead and punt it again. Greenwood stayed out there. Looked like he really wanted to go for it. However, coach makes the decision to punt the ball away and make SSC3 go the length of the field, as they will start close to around their 30-yard line. So Andre Lampley in now at quarterback. Handing it off to Newsome. And Killian Newsome unable to go anywhere. Wrapped up in the backfield by Noah Bartley. Bartley, who also plays wide receiver. The soul man out of Hawaii. Looking over to the left, long pass into some heavy traffic, and there's a flag on the field, but it is intercepted first. We'll see if this one counts. And out of bounds, close to the 25-yard line. Not sure if this interception will count. It'll be a hold on the defense, which most likely caused the interception. So we will replay. And SSC3 keeps the ball. So you can see here, long pass. But there's the hold right there on the shoulder pad. And Lampley and the crew will get another crack at it. Another handoff up the middle. Fighting for extra yards. It's Oliver with another carry. Waiting to resume play here, officials getting everything set. I formation. Going to be a quarterback run himself. Lampley. Couldn't get much on that one. It'll be a 2nd and 9. Gets barely a yard. Lampley overthrows the intended receiver. Bring up a 3rd down. Going quick. SSC3, if you are going to have a 2-down territory situation here, just got to get a few back here if you can't get it all. Trying to even fight for a yard, gets back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, and now that'll bring up a 4th and 9. The edge closed very fast for Lampley. But they are going to stay out there. They're going to go for it. So here's the 4th down try by SSC3. Lampley being rushed. Goes down in a sack by SSC2 and Jacob Elliott out of Canton, Texas. And that'll be a turnover on downs. 2 defenders flushed through the line and never saw Elliott behind him. And so that will bring up an opportunity for SSC2. Andre Lampley just needs to forget about that play. He'll be back out here. As you can see the frustration that he had just a second ago. But it's 2nd and 3 now. Flags everywhere before the play begins. Be a false start on the offense. Going to push back Greenwood and SSC2 5 yards. So just outside the 30-yard line. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remain in this first quarter. Greenwood running outside on the right. Finds an open man in the middle of the field right around the 20-yard line. Was able to make something out of what looked like was about to be a sack. Good for him. Finding the wide receiver right in the middle of the field. Greenwood once again connecting on a pass to Isaiah Jones. Who's been one of his targets before. Credit Green Jr. with the pass right before that one. New set of downs. It'll be a 1st and goal for SSC2. They are trying to be the first ones to score in this game, having to get rid of it before the sack. Greenwood is able to. Jaden Lang able to rush Greenwood. Lang out of Hampton, Georgia. One of the best defenders in this entire program today. Very hard to contain. Greenwood looking left, now running left, trying to find the corner of the end zone. Can he get there? Reaches forward. Did he cross the pylon? It's very close. Looks like he might just come up a little short, and he is. He's short by about a yard. Good effort by Greenwood. Heavy coverage in the back, and instantly goes to the left and had a little bit of room, tried to get there, extends the ball out, but just steps out of bounds before. So now Greenwood hands it off right up the middle. Very, very close. And they mark it down just shy of the goal line. Donald Sias III is trying to punch it in. Here we go again. 3rd and goal. Can there be another stance by SSC3? And a botched snap, having to try to get rid of it. Acrobatic play here by Greenwood. He's going all the way to the right. He has an open man. Oh, he just out throws him on the left side, right behind. Greenwood tried to make that something, tried to keep the play alive. We have a timeout. When we return, SSC2 will continue with the drive here in Inglewood, California. Here's the last play. Greenwood trying to make something out of the botched snap. Was trying to keep the play alive. Looked like he had some room to run. Decides to go ahead and throw it. Has two receivers open, but throws it behind both. And the pass goes incomplete. And now SSC3 will have an opportunity to score. Play broken up in the backfield. Tezzy and Wallace couldn't get anything there. As we go to break here, we'll be right back. That was Traylon Oliver here in Inglewood, California. Back here with the second quarter. Still deadlocked. SSC3 tied 0-0. SSC2. It'll be a 2nd and 10, and here is the run to start the quarter. And it's a good one. It'll be a first down by Killian Newsom. And that has been one strength so far for this SSC3 squad, is the running game. Between Traylon Oliver and Killian Newsom. And also Justin Walsh. It's very hard to stop this three-headed monster. But down goes Madden, as it'll be a 2nd and 15. Unable to develop a play there. Seen that a couple times so far. We mentioned the defensive lines and offensive lines for both these teams are superb. You can see the superior talent coming through right there. Lucas Deacon now in as the quarterback. Getting rushed again, having to throw it away. Kind of throws it into some traffic, almost has a turnover. But luckily it falls onto the ground. Magram almost had one. Margram right there. Basically had a hand on it. A little frustration. Knew he could have had that one. That could have been a real turn of events here, as both offenses have struggled to get down the field. So So now still 2nd 15. Pitch out on the right side. Here comes Newsom. Newsom finding his way all the way down to the 40, but there is a flag. We'll see if this one comes back. And it will be a hold on the offense, so this run will not count. Good effort by Newsom, but it will be coming back. You can start to see players on both sides start talking to each other. Temperatures are flaring. It's getting a little chippy. 3rd and 25. But this is the premier game of the 2 days here in California. Deacon looking out to the left, throws the ball behind his intended receiver. Fall incomplete, and that'll be a 4th down, and now SSC3 will be forced to punt. Xavier Wright was the targeted man. We'll see what SSC2 can do coming out of the next break when we return. As we get set for the next possession off of the punt from SSC3. Team in blue will return. This time Braxton Harrison will get a crack at the quarterback position. Pass out. So the 47-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd and 4. And the back with him now is Charlie Spartley III. Going to roll out to the right. Harrison still going inside the 40-yard line. Some positivity for SSC2. And Braxton Harrison is getting this team moving. Here's a run up the middle. Riley III gets close to 5. Harrison dancing around in the pocket. Pass is incomplete down the field. There is a flag on the play. It's going to be against SSC2. And then it will back them up. They back him up to the 41-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 11. Big play for Harrison and the crew, and it certainly is, because there's the touchdown with the completion to number 20, Sadati Green Jr. And SSC2 strikes first. With 7:20 left in the first half, it was only a matter of time till somebody finally broke through, and the team with the blue jerseys finally is the first ones into the end zone. And they're going for the extra point as they run it in, diving for the end zone, and he gets it. So SSC2 leads 7-0 over SSC3. So the way the extra points will work today, since we will not be kicking, as you just saw there, when a team scores a touchdown, they will have the option to either run it or pass it. If they do run it and get it into the end zone, it'll be counted as 1 point. But if the team decides to pass it, they'll get 2 points, and it'll be a 2-point conversion. So Braxton Harrison finding the open receiver, Green Jr., who slips through 2 defenders right at the end there and gets the first 6 on the board. So right now, Braxton Harrison is the man in the arena that has put up the most highlights with the course of the past quarter and a half. But now SSC3 will have their opportunity, and the handoff to Oliver goes for 5 yards. Bring up a 2nd down. Quick run out of the snap by the quarterback. Gannett back in. Is able to pick up some yards. And it'll push it to a 3rd and 1. Wouldn't be shocked to see another quarterback sneak, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And he will get that one. We'll advance the chains, and it'll be a 1st down. Fresh set for SSC3. Looking over to the left. They almost didn't see the defenders. Got right by him. And a completed pass to Madden. Madden almost falling down towards the 30-yard line. He falls hard, and flags are thrown. He's able to get up. We'll see what the flags are, but Madden fell to the ground very rough. Looked a little shooken up. We're going to call a personal foul on the defense. And that is going to move the ball all the way down inside the red zone. Escaping 2 linemen right there and getting the ball to Madden. Madden gets slammed down at the end of that play and gaining a yard or 2 here. Be 2nd and 8. Going for the corner on the left side, incomplete. Almost had it. It was Green Jr. once again, who had the touchdown earlier. And now a 3rd and 8 for SSC3. Find themselves still inside the 20-yard line. So most likely 2-down territory here. And they hand it off in the backfield, breaking free. Still trying to make something out of what was a busted play. Unable to is Oliver. Ends up being a loss. A 3-yard loss will be 4th and 11. And it's still 2-down territory. You still got to go for it even this far back. Going to pass the ball. Connects right around the 5-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
No, I believe it's the signal that comes out in and out sometimes.
So here we go inside the 5. Can SSC3 find a way to tie this up? Another quarterback sneak, breaks through. Touchdown for SSC3 and touchdown for Matthew Gannett. He has tried that a few times on this drive. It's been successful, and that time it counts for 6. Huge answer by SSC3. Now got to get the extra point. They're going to pass the ball, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion as nobody was there to contend with Justin Walsh. And now, with 2 minutes left to go in the first half, SSC3 leads 8-7. Look at this hard run once again. Gannett looked like he was going to get stopped, but broke right through and was able to get into the end zone. That's huge for this team, as they will now have momentum going into the half. Under 2 minutes to go, leaving not much time for SSC2 to do anything here. Big confidence boost, as now SSC3 has proven to themselves that they can get down the field. Nothing there on the run. Pass over to the right side. It's complete. Under a minute remains here in the second quarter. See how fast SSC2 decides to go. Looking down the field. That ball caught. It is caught by Jameer Flowers. Still a little short to be a 4th and 1. Now potentially the last play of the game right here. Pass over to the right side. It is complete, but that will end the first quarter, the first half. SSC3 gets a late score to take the lead 8-7 over SSC2 as we head to the locker rooms. When we return, we'll have the third quarter underway. Should be a good one. Tight matchup, folks. Stay tuned. Nothing quite like the stadium that is SoFi Stadium, one of the newest in all of the Western Hemisphere and the newest NFL stadium. Ground broke on this beautiful stadium in 2016, 5 years ago. They finished it up in 2020, just about 15 months ago. An estimated $5 to $6 billion went into this. The screen around the entire perimeter of the stadium is a 4K HDR video board featuring 2.2 million pounds worth of 80 million pixels in each display. So it is known as the Oculus, and it is quite a marvel. Also, SoFi Stadium was named Stadium of the Year just this past time. A lot of players would love to have the opportunity to be able to step foot on the field, and the ones right now as we start this third quarter are getting just that, as SSC3 leads SSC2 8-7. And what was a late score to go into halftime, and a 2-point conversion that gave SSC3 the lead. Flag on the play, going out to the right side. See if this run comes back. Still discussing. It's going to be a hold on the offense, so that will push SSC3 back 10 yards. After being down 7-0, you have the potential right out of the jump to go up 2 scores. A big deal in a game like this. Rolling out to the left, taken down, nowhere to go. Lampley falls a little awkwardly, but gets up just fine. They're bringing up a third down. Losing some yards on that play. Be 20 yards to go to get to the line to gain. Lampley going out right. Has to get it to the marker. Is going to be unable to. Not getting much yardage back there. And it will bring up a 4th down. Only getting about 10 yards. SSC3 will be forced to punt the ball. And thus will begin the first drive of the half for SSC2 to try to take the lead back. Based off of what we saw in the first half, SSC2 could really benefit from the passing game. Starting with this first drive, open up the field a little bit. They also have an option at Margram in the back, as he is a great runner. But players like Isaiah Jones are going to give this team an opportunity to go downfield. And right there you see it once again, almost breaking the last tackle, shoestring tackle for SSC2. That's Jameer Flowers. Right on cue, the passing game is exactly what the doctor ordered here. Was looking all the way to the left most of that time. Had to throw on the back foot. Very impressive that he was able to get that one off as far as he did. Greenwood showing his strength. And going down awkwardly again on the right side, asking for a flag. It's Margram. You can see the tear in his jersey. So that's what he was arguing with the ref. He wanted a call there. They said it was a clean tackle. And it'll be 2nd and 11 from inside the 15. Greenwood looking right, now looking left. He's going to try to run. Now he's going to throw it. Did he get the completion there? Toe tap in for Blaze Kamoku. Unbelievable touchdown catch. So Kamoku trailing on that right side. We're coming back right on the left for Greenwood. Passes long over the head of Isaiah Jones. The 2-point conversion will fail. And as you look, Greenwood flushes out to the left, and coming back to help him, Kamoku. It's right there, and a beeline straight to him, and he drags his foot right before he goes out of bounds to get that inbounds, and it counts. And that is just both a great throw and an even better catch. And that has given SSC2 the lead over SSC3. The strength of SSC3 has been their running game with Traylon Oliver. If I were them, I would stick with it. Only down a few points, one possession entirely. No need to rush. Wear this defense out. And there's a run right there, you see. That one by Killian Newsome, who's also one of their better runners. So wear this defense out. Go down the field. That was a loss of 1 yard, unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 11. Under 8:30 here remaining. Almost half the time has gone by in this third quarter. Newsome gets the ball again. Goes through the middle. Still going. Trying to get to midfield. Stopped just short. But that's exactly what's happening. SSC3 realizes the power in their running game, and they have not abandoned it. And credit to the offensive line as well for creating the holes for Newsome. Deacon at quarterback. Newsome still staying in there. Low snap. Newsome has it. He's going to try to make something out of it. He does get a few yards. Good recovery there. SSC3 taking their time. No need to rush things. They're doing exactly what they want. SSC2 is calling for the fumble. Did the ball come out? Out of Deacon's hands off the quarterback rush. It did. So a turnover off the QB sneak. Some players are still trying to plead their case. The officials are talking it over. A lot of discussion. Not quite sure why you run the QB sneak in that situation. No real need to. Still had a lot of distance to go before you got the first down, especially where the place of the ball was on the field. You were doing just fine using Newsome. But luckily for SSC3, the officials have talked it over. They have ruled that it is not a turnover. His knee was down before the ball came out, and it will be 3rd and 6. Deacon and the crew get another chance at it, and they're still talking it over. And they have made their final decision, so SSC3 will still have the ball. Deacon in the backfield with Newsome. It sounded like the play was blown dead, but not before the fumble off a botched handoff. And right after SSC2 thinks that they have, and you see right there, some tempers flaring, but SSC2 thought they had the fumble. The officials ruled that it wasn't a fumble, but right after on the next play, that is definitely and clearly a fumble recovered by SSC2. Greenwood is now back in. With an opportunity to extend this lead to a 2-possession ball game. Pressured quick, able to get out of it, tries to throw it in the middle, nothing there as the pass is broken up. Intended for Wallace. Cuts through one defender. See a little sidearm action made famous by Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. It'll be a 2nd down after an illegal motion. Second and 10, Greenwood. Pressured again. Steps back in the pocket. Does make a connection. Off to the side. And there's a flag being thrown. And the officials are going to have to get this game under their belts as Green Jr. catches that one. You see a late push. Another personal foul on the defense on SSC3. Mental mistakes you cannot have that is now going to put the team that is already 5 points ahead of you. It's going to give them an opportunity to start within their own within your own red zone. What was once a catch just right outside the 40-yard line has now turned into a significant gain of yards and rushing right up the middle. Only getting a few. Size the third. You expected this game to be competitive, and it certainly has been from players on both sides. Pass over on the right side. It's caught. Trying to push to get to the end zone. Cannot. Play is ruled dead. Jones was the receiver. With how hard it's been for SSC3 to score in this third quarter, if SSC2 can punch it in right here and extend the lead to 2 possessions going into the fourth quarter, not sure how many chances SSC3 is going to have. It's going to make it that much harder, a difficult uphill climb. They'll have to start going much faster than they intended to, than they probably like to. And they'll have to start throwing it. Looking over to the left side. Open man overthrows just slightly. Jameer Flowers. Less than 2 minutes remain. Still a tightly contested game. But it is a 1st and goal. 3 out wide on the left, 1 on the right. Oh, it's a fake over on the right side. Here comes Flowers trying to push through. He does. What a call by SSC2 and the coach. Completely fooled SSC3 there, and they get 6 more. So now 19-8. Here comes the 2-point conversion. Nobody there. You had Greenwood at first. Lining up, he moves down closer to center. Then you have a handoff to Flowers. And nobody was really there to pick him up. And there was a hole that he took and was able to get into the end zone. And a good call by this coaching staff. And as the clock continues to tick, see if SSC3 can get this play off. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Well, they do. And it's a good run up past the 40. It's going to be Oliver. And as the clock is now corrected, there's still 24 seconds. So about 1 play, maybe 2 left, depending here. Deacon running out. Pass is incomplete. Clock now under 10 seconds. And the clock is now down to 3 seconds. One final play before we head to the fourth quarter. But they've decided to go ahead and let the clock run out to 0-0. So that will end the third quarter. As SSC2 scores again, they lead 19-8 over SSC3. When we return, we will have the fourth quarter underway here at SoFi Stadium. Final quarter is underway here for the Offense-Defense All-American West Coast Bowl, a 2-day slate that has featured over 12 matchups. In the last 15 minutes features SSC3 taking on SSC2, and SSC2 leads 19-8. But we'll see if that changes here as there's a flag on the field, a push. Be careful. Try not to get any more personal fouls. But things are definitely getting chippy. The referees are trying to get a handle on this game. Penalty is going to be on the defense. It will be an unnecessary roughness call. And as we make sure that the ball is set where it needs to be, this is something that you haven't seen quite in many other games. I mean, but you expect it. A bunch of these players, very talented. They want to win. They're very competitive. So with the game as close as it is, and only 13 minutes left, and SSC3 is trying to get through and cut into this lead and make it one possession, you're going to see possibly a lot of headbutts here. As this is a run with the flag on the field, another penalty. And now it looks like it might be on the offense. It's going to be a hold on the offense. That's going to push this back 10 yards. So not much good there for the offense as they get the unnecessary roughness penalty, but then they almost offset it with a holding call of their own. Stepping back, way back, and hit very hard. Huge hit right there on Oliver by Jacob Elliott. It was 3rd and 15. No gain on the play. Trying to escape the pocket. Throwing out on the right side. It is a catch right before it goes out of bounds. Good grab by Madden. So here's the huge hit on Oliver. It's actually number 22, Donald Size III, who has had a play already in this game. And a punt will go back to SSC2. Donald Size III comes out of Manville, Texas, a team not too long ago, just a few years ago, the high school competed in the state championship final where they ultimately lost. Now rolling on the right side. A run for only a few yards. So it'll be a second down. Spratley still in the backfield. Harrison gets hit hard. Are they going to say forward motion? Yes, they will. It'll be an incomplete pass. Braxton Harrison has been very good today for this team, and luckily is able to get it out as he is hit very hard by Zach Avina. So third down and 9. Here's Harrison. Pressured again, rolling out right. Tries to go back up the middle with the pass. It's incomplete, and will bring up a fourth down. So now SSC3 will get the ball back after Harrison and the crew are unable to convert there. They elect to punt. Still 19-8, however, less than 10 minutes left to go. I would say that for SSC3 to come back in this game, I mentioned it earlier, use their run game. However, down 2 scores, there's not a lot of time left to do that. You're going to have to start opening up this field a lot more. Use Madden and use your other great wide receivers that are on your team. You've got to get down the field quickly. Long pass over on the right side. It's into heavy coverage. Xavier Wright is another one of those players that you need to target if you're SSC3, and right there, that's who they were going for. Most likely would have been an interception had the 2 defenders not run into each other. About 4 blue jerseys compared to 1 yellow. Very dangerous pass. And in comes Lampley. Precious seconds wasting away here. Lampley, a throwing quarterback, gets it on the left side, and who else other than Madden? Good target. It's one of the ones they need to come up with is Madden. They need to look for Wright. Could even use Oliver in a package. Going downhill, we have an injury timeout. They're going to tend to this player. When we return, we'll see what SSC3 can continue to do. .7:28 left. SSC2 leads 19-8 still, but SSC3 is trying to extend this drive on a 3rd and 1. They definitely need this. Look for a handoff here to Newsom. They're going to end up actually passing it. Interesting call. And brought down in the backfield behind the 40-yard line goes Lampley, and that's a huge loss. That brings up now a 4th and 10, 9 yards on the loss there. Surprised they didn't just hand it off to Newsom. Lampley, the minute the ball was snapped, had nobody to find, and a good rush by the defense. You can see his frustration there as he was expecting some blocks, but maybe the smarter call would have been to try to get the first down and then work it after that. But now, 4th and 10, SSC3 has their work cut out for them. They're going for it. You almost have to with only 6 minutes left, down 2 scores. Big 4th down here, rolling out to the right, trying to find an open man. He does get one, but it looks like he is just a tad bit short. It is Xavier Wright. So yes, Wright picks up the extra yards, but that is not going to be enough for a first down. It'll be a turnover. On downs, SSC2 will regain the ball. And now they'll be looking basically to seal the deal on this game. Harrison hands it off. Running strong down inside the 25-yard line. And once again, words are exchanged. Noah Bartley with the run. They're going to let Bartley run it again. He tries to push through the center line. Only 3 yards there, brings up a second down. Officially 2 yards. So now under 5 minutes to go. Harrison, nice dart pass. Connects right in the middle to Jameer Flowers, who gets it down inside the 10-yard line. And SSC2 is in business. Flowers, beautiful throw at the 15. And Flowers is able to get inside the 10. Harrison has been spot on today, the best quarterback on the field so far. He's going to take it himself, trying to throw it away. Actually ends up inbounds. Flags everywhere. Will most likely be a pass interference call. But another target to Flowers, who's been the favorite so far for Braxton Harrison. It's actually going to be against the offense here, as they're backed up all the way to the 24-yard line. Harrison, deep back in the pocket, throws it over to the left side. It is caught. There's a flag. But good recovery by Harrison getting it out. Finds Kamoku. It's going to be a hold. And it will be on the offense. So it pushes SSC2 back even farther. Be a 1st and 30. So what was once, a 2nd and 30, what was once starting inside the 10-yard line. Long heave by Harrison, dangerous pass into traffic. Almost intercepted by Madden, but it does fall to the ground. What SSC2 began just a second ago at the 10-yard line after a good catch and run by Flowers. And now they find themselves all the way back close to the 40-yard line. Got to get off the field for SSC3. Might even need a turnover. Another heave by Harrison on the left side. Overthrows his receiver just by a tad. And that could have sealed the game right there. Looking for Jones. Big stop possibly here for the SSC3 defense. They're rushing Harrison. He gets the pass complete. Still fighting for more yards. Did he get the first down? He did. Kamoku. We're waiting to see how close it actually was. If he was able to pick it up. That would be a gut punch for SSC3 with the 4th and 30. Amazing effort nonetheless. As Harrison comes off, seems to be a good indication that this was not converted, and it wasn't. So SSC3 gets the stop on defense. Their offense will have 2 minutes and 8 seconds to get 11 points. And they're definitely going to have to use the likes of Xavier Wright as well as Trey Beam. Christopher Madden will be a big piece in this as well. That is a pass to Madden, but it can only get a few. It keeps the clock running. 3 yards, it'll be 2nd and 7. Under a minute remains. Deacon going to take it himself to the 35-yard line. And it might be a little too late for SSC3 to come back. They're definitely going to try to finish out this game strong. As they face a 3rd and 4 with half a minute left to go. Deacon going to take it again. He fumbles the ball. It's picked up. Going for the touchdown. He's got it. Number 24, Noah Bartley. What a way to finish off this game for the man from Hawaii. That is going to finish this ball game on quite the fashion. A fumble recovery that leads to 6. Deacon took it himself. It gets stripped. And you see right there, Bartley is able to grab it, keep his balance. Just walks into the end zone. And SSC2 wins this game 25-8 over SSC3. So it's been an amazing 2 days here at SoFi Stadium. The bright lights have shined on all these players, and none more than the ones tonight in this final game. Congratulations to SSC2 as they defeat SSC3 25-8 here in the Offense Defense All-American West Coast Bowl. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Until next time.
They make it look so much easier on ESPN. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Likewise, signing off. Thank you so much.